Okay, so welcome back. Today is June 14th, and for those of you who don't know, I am Jenny. I sell on eBay, Poshmark, and Mercari, maybe once in a while on Facebook Marketplace. And so over the weekend, I ran a name your price sale, and I just wanted to go over what I did, how my results were, and some things that I'm going to do differently the next time I have that sale. So here we go. The first thing that I did, aside from setting up let's go back. First thing I did, actually, this was on Poshmark, and I went into my Poshmark store and I did raise my prices 20%. And I'll explain, the reason why I did that is because, and this is like one of the biggest fears that people have on a name your own price sale, is that the buyers can offer really any price, and you have to expect lowball offers on these kinds of sales. So raising my prices 20%, when they make that offer, they cannot go any lower than the 20% of whatever my posted price point is. So just for simple math, the example would be if I had something listed, say, at $100, they couldn't offer me any less than $20. Okay, so that's the reason for raising my prices just a little bit. That 20% is to compensate for that 20% bare minimum. And I do want to stress right here that, it's very important when you are outsourcing that you make sure that you can get a return on your investment. And so what I do, and I think a lot of other resellers do, is when I'm sourcing, I think about, can I make at least 5 times what I'm paying for this whatever I'm buying. Okay. And the reason for that is because if I have to take the rock bottom price on it, I want to at least get my money back. Okay. So that's my thought. And the reason why I did this sale is twofold. I got tons of stuff here that I need to get rid of to make room for other things. And we're in the summer slowdown. So I wanted to stimulate my store a little bit more. Okay, so that's my reasoning, and that's one of the things that I did ahead of time. The other thing that I did, I used Canva, and I made a little picture, I don't know what you would call it, but I put that as a listing in my store, and I put on there name your price sale and the date. And in the store, with that picture on there, I also went into the description and wrote down the stipulation that bundles have to be less than 5 pounds. And if they had, they weren't sure or whatever, they can message me, and I was keeping an eye on it anyway. But just to make sure that they don't go over that 5 pounds. And if they do, we'll work something out. Either they can create another bundle or something like that. But that is to keep the shipping costs within the Poshmark 5 pound limit without having to upgrade the shipping label. So I did that, and I posted that picture with the explanation of there's going to be a sale on July 9th was the date. I posted that on my Instagram. I posted that on my House of Azadi Facebook page. I'm trying to think, did I put it? Oh, and on Pinterest. And then I also did a couple teaser videos that I posted on all 3 of those sites, just to let people know that it's coming up, and, to give people a head start kind of look on it. So, I think I started that on Wednesday, putting out these little teasers. Thursday, and I also stopped sending out offers for a couple days. And so then on Thursday morning, and this is where I made a mistake. Okay. But anyway, Thursday morning, the first thing I did was I went into, on Poshmark under, I think it's under my tools or seller's tools, and went to my shoppers, all the people who have interacted on my, with my closet historically forever. And there was like over 700 people. So, for me, it's not, for me, having really only been in Poshmark really for 2 years and focusing hard on Poshmark since January. That's a lot of people. I know some people who've been doing Poshmark for a long time have thousands of past shoppers, but I have about 700 of them. And I sent out a little note to them and just told them that Friday I'm having this Poshmark name your price sale, and I wanted to give them the heads up. Now, I also goofed on that because it was first thing in the morning and I didn't finish my coffee yet. So instead of putting June 9th, I put June 6th. Oh my God. So one person did point that out to me. And I made a decision not to go and send a correction, which might have been a mistake too, but I didn't want to be too spammy. You know what I mean? So I didn't do that because I figured most of these people are going to figure out that it's not going to be June 6th because we're already past June 6th. It's going to be the 9th. Okay. And then what happened? This was really interesting. As soon as it went out, like within minutes and probably for the first couple hours of Thursday morning, I was getting like after like after like after like. Some people and I'm not joking, they were putting like maybe up to 20 things in their, liking like 20 different things from my closet. And I started getting a little nervous because maybe they didn't pay attention to that 5-pound limit, or, were they going to ask me to help them with something else? But later on in the day, I went back to check some of these buyers who had really liked a lot of things and they had unliked them. So I think they were kind of sorting through and then just deciding what they really liked. Okay, so that was Thursday. And then, of course, Friday morning, the sale started. And it was almost like crickets. I didn't get a lot of interest after that. But, I just figured it was a wash. And then Saturday, all the sales start coming in. And this is really unusual because I get more sales typically on Friday than Saturday. But for some reason, that particular Saturday, they started coming in. And I was getting offers and I was accepting. And I'll tell you a little secret. Not just the 20% rule, but because I factor in those costs on my sourcing when I go sourcing, I accept almost any offer anyway. I know that people are looking for a deal, and I know sometimes people feel like these lowball offers are insulting, but my thought is, unless it's something that I know is rare and in demand right now, but for your bread and butter things and your common stuff, I just accept it. I don't want it sitting around in my closet, in my storage, just waiting and waiting and waiting. So it has to be something really, really special in order for me to decline an offer. So the sales came in, and I think I did a little bit better this weekend than I had done previously. In the last few weeks. Actually, I think I sold, I want to say about maybe 6 items, which, right now for my closet and the size of following that I have is not bad. So, what would I do differently? The first thing that I would do differently is I would not do all these lead up videos. It's just too much time that I could be focusing on other things. And I don't really think it brought that many people to my closet. The second thing that I would do, I would not discontinue giving or, making offers to likers that day or the day before, because even though I share a lot, not everybody's going to know about that sale. So, and I don't know who knows and who doesn't. But, I have enough followers that I can't just go and look and see if they paid attention or not, or maybe they didn't even happen to catch it. So I next time will still continue to send out my 20% off offers, just like I always do. I will still advertise my post or my sale on Poshmark. I mean, well, obviously on Poshmark, but also on Instagram and my Facebook page. I may mention it in a video, but the video topic is not going to be a name your own price coming up. I might mention it, like, for example, I'm not doing it this weekend, but I might say, oh, by the way, I'm having a name your price sale. You can find my, something like that. Because it's just, I need more time for things, for other things. So, and then another thing that I would do differently, I would not send out that notice the day before. I would do it that morning. And, every morning, usually when I get up, one of the first things I do is look to see what I've sold on all the different platforms. That's the very first thing that I do. And then the next thing that I do is, for Poshmark, I use Seller Insight. It's like $9 a month. And the main thing that I use that for really is just to help me stay organized. And I go in and I relist my items that are over 60 days. So, I would do that. And then I would send out the message to my past buyers that I'm having this name your price sale. That's what I would do. So, I did make some mistakes. I did learn some things from it. And what I would do and what I wouldn't do. That's the main thing. I would wait a little bit longer, and I would continue to send out offers. And that includes on the day of the sale, because even though I do a lot of sharing and a lot of my followers share, not everybody who happens to come upon one of my items and likes it may even know about the sale. And so I will still just continue to send out the offers, because I think that might have hindered some of my sales that I could have had before the sale. So that's that. And if you don't know, I am recording this on a podcast as well. It is called eBay Addict Tells All, which obviously I'm not just in eBay anymore. I'm selling on Poshmark. And it's available on Spotify and a whole bunch of other ones if you're interested in that. And don't forget to subscribe to my channel or my podcast, wherever you happen to be listening to me. And if you're on the podcast, by the way, you can find my YouTube channel. It is I'm the Boss of Me 63. So we can go back and forth. There is much more information on my YouTube channel than there is on my podcast. And, so you can ask me questions, leave comments, please subscribe, like, or rate my videos and my podcast, and I will see you again. Okay.